Welcome to the Majorvation Report, where we explore the stories and strategies of individuals who have achieved success in their fields. Each week, we bring you inspiring and actionable insights from experts and leaders who have overcome obstacles and made a meaningful impact. Whether you're a student, entrepreneur, or professional, this is the podcast for anyone looking to achieve their goals and make a difference in the world. So join us as we discover the secrets to success and Majorvation with the most motivated and successful people in the industry. Welcome to the Majorvation Report. What's going on, good people, and welcome to the Majorvation Report. I haven't done one of these in quite some time, but backed by popular demand, I've been getting some questions in my DM, and I said, what better way to answer some of these questions, especially when there are similar types of questions, than to do an episode of the Majorvation Report. The Majorvation Report is all about inspirational, motivational, aspirational types of topics, but we cover the whole gamut of things when it comes to sports, entertainment, trending topics, and politics, all those things we cover them. So one of the things that I've decided to do, as I mentioned, is that for all the questions that are in my direct messages and the emails, I wanted to start addressing some of those things now on the Majorvation Podcast. And the first thing that I wanted to just kind of touch on about is the shift in the culture when it comes to social media, when it comes to media marketing, brands, personal brands, influencers versus celebrities, Hollywood, traditional, mega media that exists. And one of the things that caught my eye, but also some other people brought up the conversation, is the work that Cameron and Mase is doing with It Is What It Is podcast. Now, if you've never seen It Is What It Is podcast with music artist Cameron and also music artist Mase, which both happen to be, artists that I, listened to and appreciated their music in the past. It's absolutely refreshing. It's hysterical. It's bold. And just like all things, if you started out with them, you've been able to see them polish up. You'll be able to see their growth. And they are instantly a hit. You can see how other mainstream media could probably be watching in envy because they can't duplicate that type of swag. They can't duplicate that type of vision, and just the fearlessness of just being so bold with the pause and the innuendos and the profanity, right? ESPN and all those other places, they're super robotic and, they're controlled by corporations and board members. Media outlets and influencers are not really under that same, pressure to be that. They can actually be themselves. And I think when examples like Cameron and Mase and the Is What It Is podcast comes out, it shocks the system, but it also just make other people who may be thinking about going into that particular field say to themselves, like, you know what, I can do what I want to do, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And so shout out to Cameron and Mase and the whole crew over at It Is What It Is. There's a young lady that's there as well. I apologize, I do not remember her name, but I will tag her in the handle as well. She's doing a phenomenal job, and it's great that they've included her. I'm sure at some point she's going to take over the show. I'm sure she's super talented as well. Other than that, we have pressing news. Cat Williams is calling everybody out. Is he telling the truth? Is he lying? Now, I'm someone who spent 20 years in the music entertainment industry and was around a lot of those Hollywood circles. And what I will say is there's a lot of behavior that exists in that industry that needs to be exposed. And a lot of people need to not necessarily be humbled, but a light does need to be shined on some of the behavior, the attitude, the egos, and some of the things that go on behind the scenes And I believe I seen Matt Barnes speaking on this today on Instagram, and he was just saying that he feels like there is a different tide that's coming in. There is a different time that's happening right now, and the ones who are belligerent, the ones who punish, the ones who demean and oppress, those ones are going to be called out in this new season. Those ones who want to manipulate, those ones who want to bully, those ones who want to counsel you, those individuals and entities are going to be called out in this new season. And already feeling that, but to hear somebody say it and put it out there, it lets me know that other people are feeling that same type of energy, because you can just tell people are fed up. And I believe that we are in a place right now where people have to figure out something new for themselves. My wife was telling me that she was listening to a podcast, and we have to understand that jobs are going to look a lot different in the next 5 years. People really have to start re-educating themselves and learning skill sets and learning how to add value to the world that can reciprocate financial gains for them. At the end of the day, you're going to have to learn a new skill set. And so I've been preparing for this for a good while. I am a avid reader of books. I'm an avid studier. There are so many free online courses that exist. There's YouTube University that exists. There's Chat GPT. There's AI. There are mentors out there sharing so many great testimonies. So within their testimony, there's so much value that you can take and add to your repertoire and start executing that for the benefit of yourself, for your business, your brand, your family. There is so much that's out there, but things are changing and shifting. So it was good to, kind of hear that. While I was on Instagram Live today, someone asked a really good question, which I haven't been asked in like forever and ever and ever. They were like, who are your top 5 rappers today? And, there wasn't much context in regards to dead or alive, or, for the entirety of who I am at 46 years old. But the list I shared with him at that particular moment was Tupac, Scarface, Jay-Z, Biggie, and Kanye West. Those were the 5 that I gave him, off the top of my head. Those are the top most influential artists. And if I was to say a number 6, I would definitely say someone like 50 Cent. And mind you, I'm a music head. I love a ton of music artists and rap artists. But those are the ones that I came up with. And the honorable mention, which is 50 Cent, which he can be kind of inserted for Scarface as well, because he has some of the most memorable moments in music that I could relate to back then, but it just had such a good feel to it from a storytelling perspective, from the edginess that was surrounded the entire projects and the music that he made during his career. But that's my top 5. So if you are watching this and this is posted somewhere, leave your top 5 rappers in the comment section and just let me know what you think about my top 5. Be like, Major, you bugging, or you right on point, or that's my same top 5. Let me know what it is. Other than that, I'm going to start doing these more often. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start doing these more often. I want to keep them under 10 minutes, but I look forward to sharing more. I know people are asking about political questions. What am I going to do? What is my political career going to look like? Upcoming elections or whatnot. We are still racking our minds around if that's even an interest for us. We're having such a good time, just being with the family and growing the business and running a nonprofit, and just it's a little bit more freedom. We've been locked down for the last 7 years being politically active. So to have a little bit of time to kind of digress and kind of reset, so to speak, is definitely something that was very much needed for me and also for my family. So, but when I know, you guys would know as well. Other than that, thank you so much for tuning in to the Majorvation Report. We will talk about more stuff later. This is the first impromptu kind of raw reintroduction to it, but we're going to start having some real fun with this, all right? Talk to you guys in a bit. This is the Majorvation Report. Stay majorvated. Peace.